It's training camp season, and today we're looking at the Tennessee Titans and getting our first look at Cam Ward. We're going to watch him throw the ball around, work through some drills and everything else. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're covering the rookie camp clips of all the rookies. Whoever you can find, whatever's posted, it will be here on the channel. And you need to know what your favorite rookies are doing on the field for your favorite teams. And on top of that, students minicamp, OTAs, and then training camp down the road. You need to know what your players are doing. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're looking at Cam Ward today. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Day 2 of practice, they unloaded with clips. Day 1, there was barely any. But we're getting a look at Cam Ward here. Here he is. Watch the feet. Watch the feet and how smooth he is. Going in and out of the bags. There it is. He's going to be a huge upgrade over Will Levis. That is for sure. That is for sure. This is a very cool, calm, composed quarterback. That is what I read from him. And I've watched every single interview that I could find on the internet while I was making some of these videos. He is a very calm, composed quarterback. Interviews in the pocket, boom, gets it out. Can play off script very well. Has a fast mental processor. Played at the FCS level. Washington State, Miami. You watch him there. Watch it. Boom. Gets it out. The release is fast. That allows him to play off script. That allows him to throw from different arm angles. This dude exceeded wherever he's been at. Gets it out. Tosses it. Solid. Solid. He was the top get in the transfer portal last year. Everybody was wondering where he was going to go. He was the top quarterback in the portal. Everybody was wondering. We go to Miami. Washington State. You saw the fast mental processor. You saw how quick he was getting the ball out back then. There it is. Watch this one. Step back. There's the pitch. They got a lot of similar drills of what they were doing last year. On the record, we do this every year. We cover minicamp, OTAs, training camp, and you can definitely see the script of the practices just be very similar. And the Titans do showcase a lot of their clips, a lot of their players behind the scenes in practice. So we're going to see a lot of Cam Ward this offseason. I'm surprised we didn't get a lot on day 1, but they're probably just rolling out some basic concepts. And rookie camps like new hire orientation for these rookies. New hire orientation. So think about starting a new job. They're learning things about the NFL, the team, all that basic stuff, basic concepts. Watch his feet, though. Very smooth. That allows them to play off script, think on the fly when the pocket's breaking down. He's a very underrated first-round quarterback prospect. He's a very underrated prospect. I think you guys, or a lot of people, not you guys, because some of you guys already know, that the media did not know what to do with him. I don't think they knew what to do with him. I think he was at Washington State. Nobody was paying attention to him. And I was paying attention to him because that's what I cover. And this is a good quarterback. Fast mental processor, accurate downfield, gets the ball out quickly, plays off script well. And I was watching where he was going in the portal. Always study the transfer portal. He was the hot name in the transfer portal. He was the quarterback that I was watching the most. Easily my top quarterback in the portal. Back then, definitely ahead of Will Howard by a big margin. Goes to Miami. Miami gets better instantly. I mean, if you go back and rewind to the college football season, we go to Miami, new coaching staff, new team. Restro doesn't even get drafted. And that's his main wide receiver. Elijah Arroyo, 2nd round. Damon Martinez is a dog running back, 7th round draft pick. And we make this team better. We make this team better. Now, those players are all good. I'm not throwing shade at those players because I love Damon Martinez. He's one of my favorite running backs in this draft because he's a great prospect. But we're looking at Cam Ward. He comes here and shakes things up. Things look better instantly. If you remember Saturdays, watching him play, he was having big moments. Miami looked a lot better. a lot better. Cam Ward, when the play breaks down, he keeps it going. He plays off script. He throws on different arm angles, different platforms. The mental processor on him, his ability to go from one read to another is rather quickly. You go to his interviews. So there's not many people that can speak on this because they don't analyze the interviews. And I didn't really, but to a degree I had to because I made a video about a month back just going over interviews and then having commentary after it, then another interview, commentary after it. This guy is very stoic and has a singleness of purpose to football, where it is to that. He's got a lot of gratitude in him, and nothing really rattles him emotionally where he changes direction and his emotions with how he thinks. And you can definitely see there's leadership qualities with that. And to go from different coaching staff, different team, to different regime, from FCS, Incarnate World, to Washington State, to Miami, not coming out for the draft last year, and just having the maturity to just stay in college football. I get it's easier now because of the money, but still having that maturity to stay in, come back. He would have been drafted pretty high last year, but stays in, comes back. Good feet, good pocket presence. This is a very good quarterback prospect. This is a very good, composed quarterback prospect. The question here is how Tennessee can build around him. How can they build around him? How can this team get better? How can this team build around him and support him? Because that is the question. Because if they can do that, he has the mental fortitude to take the steps forward, to develop, to be the franchise quarterback for a long time. If they make it a shit show and they can't get the pieces in place, like they can't get the wide receivers, they can't get that stud wide receiver to help them out, they can't do that. We got some aged wide receivers here on the roster. It's very ambiguous. We've been talking about this wide receiver depth chart for a bit now because we knew they did not have the picks in place to get a top wide receiver in the draft because they got to get Ward. And then after you get out of the first round of this draft, the wide receiver pool thins out immensely. Now you're looking at Cam Ward here. We got to wait a couple years before you get more pieces. We do have some good running backs here. Tajay Spears is good. Tony Pollard did really well last year, playing with the Titans in his first year there. We do have some pieces there. But again, we got to build around him. That is my main question piece here, is how can you build around Ward? Because if you can, you got the potential if he develops, and if he does develop, takes a step forward to an NFL game, to the Titans offense, to their concepts, everything goes right. You got a quarterback for years. For years. You got your franchise guy. I think you got your franchise guy here. I knew Will Levis wasn't your franchise guy. Will Levis wasn't really a hitter at the quarterback position in college football. Couldn't get it done at Penn State. Was very wishy-washy at Kentucky. And you had to make excuses for his offensive line. You had to make excuses for this and that. Well, if he had this and that, he would have done this and that. No one's doing that with Cam Ward. No one's really doing that. Like, oh, if he had a better this, he would have been so much better at that. No one's really done that. No one's done that. He's a huge upgrade over Will Levis. That is what you're looking at. He's competitive in last year's class. He would have been down a few slots in the quarterback rankings in last year's class when you're ranking him among last year's quarterback prospects. But when you put him in a lot of other quarterback classes, he edges out a lot of those prospects. He edges those guys out. Definitely better than Kenny Pickett. Way better than that. Kenny Pickett was kind of buoyed up there by Jordan Addison. If you remember that, Jordan Addison, that's the joke I made going into that draft, that Jordan Addison is the guy that got Kenny Pickett in the first round. He would have been easily the number one quarterback in that class. Better than Malik Willis. I like Matt Corral a lot. That was my bust. That was my bad. But he is better than Matt Corral. I'll definitely give you that. He's better than him. He'd kill that class. Kill a lot of classes. He's a very good quarterback. And I think the media doesn't know what to do with him. Media can't grade quarterbacks. And even the guys who've been in the league, even the guys that have been coaches, like they're stretched out so thin with all these shows that they don't really got the time to look at these quarterbacks, to really take the time. Like they're doing show after show after show. Only a few of them can, and you really have to parse them out. But when you look at like these guys who are so-called insiders, most of them are just media. Just media reporting what they see, but they don't know what they're really looking like all the time too. This is a good quarterback prospect. Throughout the process, he's been looking good. The process, FCS, going from Washington State to Miami, he's proven he can go from one school to another, produce, to another school to another, produce, from one staff to another staff to another staff, just bouncing around and just leveling up. Just leveling up. Washington State's a level down from Miami, so he leveled up there from FCS to Washington State, all over the country, down around Texas, Washington State, all over the country, just different parts of the map. Like, Cam Ward's a good quarterback. Cam Ward's is a good quarterback. Like I said, he'd be down the ranks a little bit compared to those top quarterbacks in last year's class, and I think you guys are underrating that class too. That was a historic class with Jayden Daniels, Williams, and everything else. But Cam Ward is a damn good quarterback. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.